Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we're talking Spider-Man. The wall crawler has some of the most iconic villains in all of comics. He has to go up against the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Venom, and one time, in the 1970s, he had to go up against a wall. Yup, a literal wall. So back then, Marvel had a comic called Spidey Super Stories. And a lot of times, these would be cartoons that aired on PBS that were then put in comic book form. This particular story was written by Tom Whedon. Yes, the father of Joss Whedon, co-writer and director of the Justice League and alleged super creep. And, as you see in the story, having writing talent like this in the family, it's no surprise the Justice League was such a giant box office and critical success. This short story is titled Spidey Up Against the Wall. And as you can tell, Spidey's gonna be in some real trouble. So the story starts off on Spider-Man's day off. And if it's his day off, why is he wearing his costume? I don't know. But Spider-Man decides to go to the Mets game. Apparently, Spider-Man is a big baseball fan because he sadly goes by himself. And when Spider-Man's taking his seat, he somehow doesn't notice a giant wall attempting to hide behind a support beam. But of course, we first have to get the backstory of why this wall is a living being. That legendary Whedon writing wouldn't leave us hanging like that. So the wall is actually a high school student by the name of Joshua, and he was just working an after-school job, apparently with a scientist who's building a wall inside his lab, but there's a terrible accident, and the wall comes crashing down on Joshua. Then for some unexplained reason, there's an explosion too. Why not? And that nice Joshua boy has been turned into a wall, an evil wall. And this evil wall, for unknown reasons, wants to wreck Spider-Man's day off. And I guess he knows exactly where Spider-Man is. So he travels to the Mets game, and he arrives around the 6th inning of the game. And it's a tied game. The Mets opponent gets a good hit on the ball, and right as the Mets player is about to catch the ball for an easy out, the wall strikes and knocks this innocent Mets player to the ground, and the ball goes over the evil wall, which apparently means it's an automatic home run for the opponents. And this is when we get to the dramatic part of the issue. Will Spidey allow this evil wall to let the Mets lose their game? And it infers that Spidey knows this wall already, and how he plays games, which is unfair. And the poor umpire is trying to figure out if the wall is allowed to be part of the game. But before he can get an answer, the wall attacks him too, saying no one can stop the wall. But one person does answer the wall's call. Spider-Man. Spider-Man goes right at the wall, and he bounces off him like a ball. This doesn't deter Spidey at all. He answers back by shooting him with some webs, but then Whedon pulls out one of his classic twists. The umpire jumps back into the action, this time using the rulebook to his advantage, knowing that only players can be in the field, and he kicks Spidey and the wall out of the park. And for some reason, the wall actually listens this time, and both Spidey and the wall exit the park. The two are shown outside, kinda sad, not knowing who ended up winning the game. So I guess the wall beat Spider-Man, since his goal was to ruin Spider-Man's day. But that's gonna wrap up this very well-written comic. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you slap that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.